there was a merchant, and he had a beautiful parrot imprisoned in a cage. One day he prepared for a journey and was about to travel to India, asked each servant, out of generosity, what he can bring back for them as souvenir. Each one asked him for something wished, and that good man gave his promise to all. Then he said to the parrot, "What present from the journey do you want, so that I may bring it to you from the region of India?" The parrot answered him, "When you see the parrots there, explain my situation and say them that a parrot who is yearning to see them is in your prison and wants justice, and desires a remedy and the path of right guidance. Is it fair that I, in such a state of yearning, should give up my life here, die in separation? Is it right that I should be in such strict bondage, while you are on the green grass and on the trees? Is the faithfulness of true friends like this, that I am in prison and you in the rose garden?" The man of trade accepted this message and agreed that he would deliver the greeting. When he reached the farthest regions of India, he saw some parrots in a wilderness. He held back, then gave a shout. He delivered the greeting and returned that trust. Among those parrots, one parrot trembled greatly, fell, died, and stopped breathing. The merchant became sorry about telling such news, and he said, "I want instruction of this animal. Is this one, perhaps, a relative of that little parrot? Or was this, perhaps, a case of two bodies and one spirit? Why did I do this? Why did I deliver the message and burn up the helpless creature by means of this crude speech?" The merchant finished his trading and returned to his home. He brought a present to each servant, male and female. The parrot said, "Where is this slave's present? Tell me what you saw." The merchant replied, "No, I am very sorry about that. Why did I foolishly give such a crude message out of ignorance and thoughtlessness?" The parrot said, "O master, why are you so regretful? What is it that calls for all this anger and sorrow?" He replied, "I told your complaints to a group of your fellow parrots. One parrot, her heart broke from getting wind of your pain, and she trembled and died. I became regretful. Why was the use of saying this? And now what is the benefit of remorse?" When she heard about what that parrot did, she trembled, fell, and became cold. When the master saw her fallen like this, he jumped up and hurled his cap on the ground. He leaped up and tore the upper front of his robe. He said, "O beautiful and sweetheart parrot, what happened to you? Why did you become like this? Oh, what sorrow, my sweet-sounding bird! Oh, what misery, oh, my close companion! Oh, what regret, my sweet-singing bird! The wine of my spirit, my garden, and my sweet basil! O tongue, you are a great injury to mankind. But since you are talking, what can I say to you? O tongue, you are both the fire and the harvest stack. How long will you set fire to this harvest stack? My soul is lamenting in secret because of you, even though it keeps doing everything you tell it to do." The merchant, in burning, and agony, and yearning, kept saying 100 scattered and disturbed things. After that, he threw her out of the cage. The little parrot flew to a high branch. The dead parrot made such a swift flight, resembled the sun from the sky. The merchant became bewildered by the bird's action. All of a sudden, still without understanding, he saw that there were secrets involving the bird. He raised his head and said, "O nightingale, share a portion of wisdom with us in explanation of the situation. What did the parrot do so that you learned, prepared a trick, and burned us with sorrow?" The parrot answered, "She gave me advice by her action, meaning, escape from attachment to elegance of voice and joyful expansion of your breast in song. Because your voice is keeping you in shackles, she herself acted dead for the sake of sending me this advice. Meaning, O you who have become a singer to both commoners and the elite, Become dead like me so that you may find deliverance." The parrot gave him 1 or 2 pieces of spiritual advice. After that, he said his tearful farewell. "Go in the protection of God. You have now shown me a new path. How should my soul be inferior to a parrot? The soul ought to follow such as this, for it is a very good track indeed. The body resembles a cage. The body has become a thorn to the soul because of the deceptions of inside and outside. Go in the protection of God.